Myers paired on the fence with young Elias Pettersson. Canucks have David Kampf up front with Drew O'Connor. Brock Besser's a chance in front for Protas right off the hop. Got it past Elias Pettersson, and here's Leonard for Washington. Gets a return pass. Ryan Leonard with a wrist shot and a glove save by Lankinen. Max Sassone. Hoglander gets the puck. Niels Hoglander leaves for Phil Hronek. He's got some room. Centers Hoglander, backhander, falling down and making a glove save was Thompson.
Getting used there. That goes off the defenseman, but this is the one right on the front of the net, onto the backhand, and as Thompson is falling down.
Nick Dowd, the former Canuck, stick handles through center. Ovechkin takes the pass on the left wing across. Chychrun shoots it. Sliding to his left was Lankinen to make the save. Jacob Chychrun tied for 11th in defenseman scoring with 36 points. Cale Makar leading the way, coming into the day with 54. Ogren, Hronek, near side, Buyan, wrist shot. Oh, Garland was there. I think he tipped it off the post. Tyler Myers just got his stick in there on Tom Wilson as he was looking to pull the trigger from in close. Now Wilson back to Ovechkin. Wilson takes his pass. Carlson at the blue line. John Carlson, side of the net. They center and Strome scores. Wilson went cross crease to Dylan Strome. And he had a wide open net to make it 1-0 Washington on the 5-on-3.
Blue line at the top, and then he's going to get it here. Spread things out, put it down to Wilson. And as Lankinen is about to expect Wilson to maybe try to spin and shoot it on net, he just bumps it to Strome. And the Canucks defense couldn't hit there in time. Hronek, that pass goes past him to Wilson. And then as he scrambles back, it's already off the stick of Strome and 1-0 Washington.
Justin Sourdif to Alex Ovechkin. 25 seconds to go in the Vancouver penalty. Capitals 1-for-1 on the power play. Strome in front, Sourdif, and it went in either off Sourdif or Hronek. But it'll be Sourdif's goal as he returns against his hometown team and gets a power play tally to make it 2-0 Washington.
Front of the net, who could possibly put it towards Lankinen, and instead it's passed across the crease. There's an easy entry. Ovechkin's pass across is going to hit a stick. And then instead of shooting, it's bumped right to the front by Strome. And Sourdif is able to catch it and then bang it in. So 2 penalties by the Canucks, 2 power play goals by the Capitals.
After having 9 points in the first 38.
It's at this point right now in the game where Adam Foote is going to watch what his leaders are going to do.
Winning season. Buyan, nice move after he kept the puck in. Down to Garland. Sharp angle shot, and Thompson held it out on the short side. Here's Hronek. To the side, one-timer blocked as Buyan tried to get it through. Wilander keeps the puck in. Tom Wilander back to Marcus Pettersson. Let's go with a shot again wide. Ricochets it in front. And a shot by Carlson is stopped by Logan Thompson. Puck comes free. Hendricks to the blue line. Hendricks Lapierre goes to the front. Now a shot by Beauvillier is stopped by Lankinen. Puck centered, and Lapierre couldn't get his stick on it. Hendricks Lapierre, the owner of the longest active goal drought for a forward in the NHL. He's gone 89 games without scoring, number 29 in white. Here's a steal by Kampf. Besser scores!
For Besser. Gain on the forecheck, and then he's going to go to the bench, but David Kampf comes in, gets his stick on Sandin once, twice, and the puck comes out front off the heel of the Washington defender. And Besser shuffles this one past the blocker. And the Canucks are on the board.
Brock Besser played his 600th career. Surveys from below the goal line. Blueger, wrist shot, kicked out, rebound. Wilander, Ogren towards the net, kicked out again. Backhander stopped as Blueger got it on goal. Here's Garland. Puts the puck to the near side. Wilander to the middle, out of the reach of Ogren. And Ovechkin gets it onto the stick of Ethan Frank, who tips the puck into the Vancouver end. Under 6 minutes left. First period, here's Ovechkin trying to bank one in off Lankinen. That comes back to Carlson, puts it in front, tipped just wide by Frank. Carlson to the blue line. Ovechkin back to John Carlson, long shot into the glove of Kevin Lankinen. Close play at the line. Frank into the middle. Feravari to the side. Beauvillier backhander stopped by Lankinen. And he's able to cover the puck as they tried to jam the puck and the pad over the goal line. Besser gets the puck off the draw, sends it down into Washington zone. O'Connor hustling after it. And he got to it on the backhand.
This time he doesn't want to leave his crease, relying on his defenseman, but we know how fast O'Connor is straight away. And Thompson had to just flash that left pad out in a hurry. That went up the post.
It did hit the post.
I thought I heard post, but I wasn't quite sure. I thought maybe it was a skate.
And Nick Dowd wins it. Feravari around for Protas. Puck took a weird hop, and it's held in by DeBrusk. Kane from behind the net. Jammed in! Pedersen was in front, but I think it's an own goal that'll be credited to Evander Kane to make it a 2-2 tie.
Keep the play alive as it was coming around the boards. Feravari's going to wing it, and it's kept alive there. Kane's going to go against the grain, put it to the front of the net. What did that hit? Matt Roy at the tail end?
Oh, maybe Feravari.
I think Roy's skate.
Yeah.
Kane looking for Pedersen in front. Let's watch that left skate. Yeah, it's up the back heel of the defenseman number 3. And
from Besser and Evander Kane. Van Riemsdyk. Duhaime down. Oh, nice save by Lankinen, and the backhander by Van Riemsdyk went wide. Kane at his pocket picked by Connor McMichael, who brings the puck ahead. Leonard across. Chychrun shoots. Stick save by Lankinen for zone. Leonard feeds back. Kane tipped it out. He's going to give chase again. Evander Kane, and reaching out was Feravari. Here's Pedersen shooting, and Thompson looked behind him, but he's got the puck. Bouillon gets there first, pulls away from a couple of caps, and here comes Steve Bouillon to center. Up the left wing to Linus Karlsson. Drop pass. Hoaglander to the net. That's gloved by Thompson. Besser down to Linus Karlsson. Back up to Brock Besser. Throws one on goal. Kicked out with the left pad of Logan Thompson. Pedersen, Tom Wielander, Elias Pedersen down to Besser. DeBrusk is in front. Pass comes back to Wielander. He shoots, and that ripped the stick right out of the hand of Thompson, who doesn't have his stick. It's lying in the crease. Besser, Pedersen. It would behoove them to test the goalie without his stick, but now he's grabbed it back as Pedersen hit the crossbar. Canucks break back. Linus Karlsson moves into the Washington zone, drops back to Evander Kane. He shoots, rebound, jammed wide by DeBrusk. Around for Ovechkin, who's able to tip it out, hit the linesman, which worked out for Dylan Strome. He feeds to Beauvillier. Anthony Beauvillier, wrist shot, knocked down by Lankinen. Can't cover the puck. Ovechkin after behind the goal. Tom Wielander shoots the puck into the Washington zone. Besser after. Here's Camp. Centering. They score! O'Connor!
Scurries up ice and gets it deep. And as Thompson can't control it behind the net, it's knocked out in front, and Drew O'Connor is coming downhill to this one. Linus Karlsson with the board work. And then up over the left side of Thompson, who's down a little early.
Back to Sandin. Fakes the shot, moves down closer, fakes it again, and penalty here as Pedersen. Marcus Pedersen to Brock Besser. In over the Washington blue line. Tried to send one across for Myers. That deflects to Thompson, who covers the puck, and now they'll face off. Good night on the draw. They've won 20 of 32 faceoffs in this game. Here's sort of it. Tried to put one in front, blocked by Langton, and then it came through the crease. Wielander there to pick up the puck. He sends Hronek away. 2-on-1 with DeBrusk. Jake DeBrusk. Hronek.
Hronek's going to help out defensively, and then he's going to see this puck come to Wielander. He's up ice and look to the left. There's Jake DeBrusk. Straight ahead. And that leading pass, all Hronek has to do is get the blade down, elevate, up past the blocker, and in the net. Nuts. 2 goals
by Myers, and the puck is back out to center again. Strome steps over the blue line. Feravari, Ovechkin, stopped by Lankinen. Ogren ahead. Here's O'Connor. Ogren racing to try to get to the net. But O'Connor was checked and the Caps break back. 3 of them. Strome in. Dylan Strome. Leonard out of the box. Stopped by Lankinen and knocked it down and covered the puck. Fires one ahead to Beauvillier, who's checked by Phil Hronek. Here's Hronek. Ahead to Ken. Wrists a long one in on Thompson, who steered the puck to the corner. Faravari just kept the puck in. Myers after it, can't move it out. Center it for Protas. He shoots, Lankinen the save, and he hangs on.
He got his only shot on net in the last 30 seconds of the game.
Here's O'Connor early, hit the crossbar to Alex Ovechkin. The grade 8 moves in on the left wing. Over to greet him as Marcus Pettersson. Puck went off the bat of Elias Pettersson. Lankinen out to make the save, then he dove to poke the puck away, and the Canucks clear it to center. 3.5 minutes to go as the Caps leave the goalie at the bench. Ovechkin fanned on that shot attempt off the draw. Here's Carlson towards the net, stopped by Lankinen. Loose puck, Lankinen was behind him. Strome scores! Dylan Strome with 3:23 remaining. He's got his second goal of the game, and the Capitals are within 1.
Lankinen signaling towards the bench. He thinks he was interfered with. Traffic, and then the loose puck is banged around, and Strome was the last one to put a touch on it. See much there, maybe sort of, but that puck goes off the skate.